11. Not exactly a fresh sheet of paper, but it's what's available. Number 11. This student did the compare and contrast point of view. Leaving home can be a rite of passage. It can look different to the person leaving than the person staying home. The setting sun in the rolling world uses multiple points of view to develop its theme. Compare and contrast the points of view in the story and describe how the story would be different if it were told from just one point of view. And then they say comparing and contrasting point of view. An excellent title. Titles must address the prompt as directly as possible. All right, number 12. I chose this one. I like these descriptions here on the front, right? Look at this picture here. First person point of view. So they're talking about a supposition, like let's say the story were written in first person point of view, and it does play around with that a little bit. And look, they have the two eyeballs, right? Ooh, they now have eyebrows. So number 12, keep it clever when possible, right? And they have this wonderful little picture. This just seems like murderous toast. That is some second person point of view, but I'm not quite sure what that is, but I love it so much. This one here, look, the setting sun rolling world. Look at the setting sun back there and the tree in the foreground and the shading and all that. Look at the extra time, right? You always want to show your teachers that you are trying your best, right? And that is absolutely, right? This beautiful shading and tree and setting sun and humor is included, and with the killer toast and a lovely point of view idea. It just shows a real investment. I want to show that off. All right. So hard world, hard lesson. This is the prompt here, which is the setting can play a crucial role in a story. Each element of the story can be impacted by physical setting, character, plot, imagery, figurative language, etc. How does the setting help the reader to examine the theme and settings on the rolling world? Use evidence from the text to develop your answer, right? We've already been over that one. They did hard world, hard lesson. Love it, right? Hard world, there's our setting. Hard lesson, there's our theme. Oh, the setting of the story, setting sun and rolling world uses multiple points of view to develop its theme. Absolutely well said. Number 14. Answer the prompt clearly and directly. And boy, oh boy, do they do that. Nice job. Love it. All right. Leaving home can be a rite of passage. It can look different to the person leaving than the person staying home. So they took that context, which is great context, from the prompt. They are missing this topic sentence, right? A reminder of what it is they're writing about. And it looks like they might be mixing up their prompts a little bit, but they can be forgiven. Then they go into a quote. Not bad. They finish up with a quote here at the bottom, and then you can see they kind of just stop after the quote. So takeaway number 15, never leave a quotation unexplained. It's crucial you don't do that. Number 16. Ooh, there you go, 6. That is. Take a look. So they have a quotation down here in this one, Hard World, Hard Lesson. So they went with a similar title. And if you ever come back, you are welcome here if I'm still living. Now, when they found a conditional sentence in the story, but conditional sentences should come after a quotation, not before and not within. All right, number 17. I love their pictures though. How cute are those? They're great. Oh, and they use the paper ones on the back. Oh, there's the one that we talked about earlier, and there's Zimbabwe right there at the setting. And since they're talking about setting, it makes perfect sense to use that picture. All right, here's some more great pictures. Same title, Hard World, Hard Lesson. Masoni is living in a landlocked country in Africa where farming goes well, food is plentiful, but farmers are always at the mercy of unpredictable rainfall and weather. It's a quotation from the story they forgot to address. I wanted to point out, so they use a conditional sentence. If their father gave them a command, this is following this quote. It's up here a bit. And they talk about the connotations coming from the story. I think these kind of misunderstand the story a little bit. But let's take a look at their conditional sentence. If their father gave them a command that they had to give up their education or the farm, then, right, it's an incomplete sentence if it starts with an if, right? I thought this was a good opportunity for them to drill down a little bit, so I did add the if. I made it incomplete. But explanations ought to be 3 to 5 sentences. And that's just one part of the body paragraph. Takeaway number 18. Take a look at this one. We'll look just at the body paragraph. How the setting helps the reader to examine the theme is that they are outside because they say the edge of the yellow horizon, right? I might break this up just a little bit. How the setting helps the reader to examine the theme is that the outside is described. I would cross this out, right? Make this a fresh sentence so we have some context. They describe the setting. Then there's that quote, edge of the yellow horizon. So it means that they are outside. I think that's part of it, right? But now we've got the this noun verb and the if. So the this noun verb might be, the edge of the yellow horizon. So maybe this imagery shows how attentive these characters are to their surroundings, right? And then maybe if they were to do a conditional sentence after that, say if this description were to include a phrase like soft light, right? I'm supposing something different than what they have. Then the setting might appear less harsh. What I just wrote there will be number 18. So pause the video and take a moment to write it down. Otherwise you won't get number 18 and we'll be done. Let's see. Last one, let's take a look. They forgot a title. Number 19, title equals great cognitive real estate. Number 20, the last takeaway. Take a look. Let's look at the body paragraph. In this story, the setting shown in The Rolling World by Charles Mangoshi, compare and contrast points of view. Right? They forgot their context. I shall be around a while yet. Uses first person point of view and dialogue. If So I'm thinking, oh, how could we include a conditional sentence here? If this were in third person, comma, it would be less, I shall be around a while yet. It would be less urgent, right? This is the rejoinder to the dad's worrying and fretting. Here's another conditional down here. If I have this one chance of making it, so they made the same mistake that someone else did and got the conditional sentence from another one. My own life once in all eternity, and how are you jealous? Is showing itself as a conditional sentence, right? It seems to me this writer might not understand what a conditional sentence is or what it's for, so I just put some question marks there. So, double check your notes, right? All is explained and defined, and it seems that writer may have forgotten that. All right, thanks for your time. All right, hand it in for some extra credit.